Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Russell Rush, and we are live another Thursday night with Haunted Tour. And check this out. We are now just 2 weeks away from the very last, the final, the epic last episode of the Russell Rush Haunted Tour. I see some comments already coming in. By the way, we love hearing from the fans, and we want to answer your questions. That's what Thursday nights are all about. We're going to bring the team in over here. But a couple of the comments already from people are, where have y'all been? Wait, last season, what's going on? So for those that maybe have been living under a rock or just been really busy because, hey, it's Halloween time and we get it. It's our busy time of the year, too. We announced something pretty big at the beginning of October. And if you missed it, here was the trailer that you missed about Haunted Tour. In life, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And the journey I've embarked upon with my friends has been nothing short of amazing. It's been terrifying. It's been crazy. It's been sad. It's been disappointing and rewarding at the same time. It's been one hell of a ride. And we're about to do it. One last time.
Kick the tires, light the fires on this one. We are go.
The final episode of the Russell Rush Haunted Tour, October 28th. Not gonna lie, all the feels. Jel, stop! Don't.
That does not get easier.
I know. We on October 1st when we did the stream, or on 5th, whatever day it was, when we talked about what was going on and why the show was ending. We came on that Thursday night and we're like, all right, it's all fun from here, and I just did it to you, so I'm so sorry. But yeah, man, it's tough for us. We know that y'all have the feels too, and we get it, and we appreciate all the love. But there is a lot of fun to be had, and that's what we're doing here tonight. But before we get there, I just thought that we would offer a little bit of a teaser because, as we mentioned, and by the way, if you hear a dog, is that Jel's puppy that's going crazy right now?
No, he's quiet right now, but you may hear him later.
Oh, okay. Must be on my end then. No, I posted something on my social media saying, can't believe we did the final walkthrough for our last investigation ever at the Bonham Exchange. And some people were like, man, you're still shooting? We never filmed this late in the year, but COVID did us dirty. So we literally filmed the final investigation on Monday night. And without giving anything away, Daryl, your thoughts?
On the investigation?
Let me just put it this way. Were you surprised, and are you still kind of shocked?
Well, okay. Of everybody on the team right now, all of us on screen. Oh, sorry, Kendra's not here. She couldn't make it. Sorry, guys. She had to work. But if me and Kendra were basically the young ones of the group. Y'all were here before us, and and I said this last week. This is the last show of the Russell Rush Haunted Tour. It doesn't mean it's going to end. To me, in my eyes, it hasn't ended. I really believe that it's somewhere down the line, it's going to come up again. And Russell's going to come, like I said last time, Russell's going to be on screen going, I'm back. So, I mean, I love this family. I love what we've been doing. I love it. It gives me and Kendra a rush. Russell Rush, no, it's.
Hold on, Daryl. Look what Angela says though. Daryl is smiling. That never happens. There must have been some great activity. she's talking about the Bonham. Jell, I know that. Since Kendra's not here, I'll tell you what she texted me after the investigation and after reviewing some of her evidence. She said, "I think I really underestimated that place." Do you agree, Jell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Super active.
Yeah. So we can't wait. We're not going to give anything more away. All we got to say is that it's always the places that you least expect. And Joey, it was fine. You really could have come along. There was nothing there haunting at all.
You know what's funny? I ended up having jury duty that Tuesday.
Did you really?
Monday and Tuesday I had jury duty.
Guilty. Yeah, just say guilty.
Wait, did you actually have to serve, or did they just call you and you sat in the room all day?
So they do, I guess, in like two processes. So Monday it was all virtual. So I had to sit there virtually and go through the process. And then Tuesday I had to show up, and I sat there from 9 to like 3 o'clock. And then we finally went on the panel, and then I got dismissed. So I wasted 2 days.
That's what always happens to me.
How much did you get paid? How much was your check? Oh,
$12.
Hey, that's great.
2 days, $12.
I know, that's Jersey Mike's. So.
By the way, I figured out how to make Jersey Mike's at home. If anybody wants that recipe from Russell, that's going to be my new show, Recipes with Russell. Okay. Guys. So next Thursday we're back for another Throwback Redux, and we're going to watch the Aztec Theater episode, which was a very hands-on episode for Jell, if you catch my drift. Vanessa gets it.
I do.
But tonight's episode is all about the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas, which was an absolute crazy investigation, no doubt about it. And in a lot of the text talking about why we were going live tonight and watch out for it, we talked about how this was find out why Jell walked out of the investigation. Before we watch this episode, Jell, I just want to hear from you, and simple yes, no. If we rebooked an investigation there, say as our big reboot in a year or 2 or 3, whenever that were to happen, if it happens, would you go back in that house?
I'm curious to see what the new owners have done with it, but I watched them on video so that I don't have to go in there. I'd prefer not to go back inside.
That's how crazy this place is. So if you've never watched this with us before, our friend Victoria is on, who helped us name this one, and we just stuck with it. We loved it so much. But this is where we watched one of our past episodes with you on the lead up to the final investigation on October 28th. But tonight we're going to watch one of the episodes. It's the Haunted Hill House. And we're going to be here with you, kind of talking it through. You may get annoyed because we're going to stop it and talk and make fun of each other, but that's just what we do. But you really get to hear the inside and the behind-the-scenes take on what was really happening as filming was going on. So this is our kind of behind-the-scenes look at everything. So would anybody like to add anything before we get going here?
Let's do it.
All right. Let me see if I can
Yikes.
bring this. Yes, this was not one of Jell's favorite investigations, so here we go. It's the new 96 one now, the Russell Rush Haunted Tour. And guys, I'm excited because I've decided to make a pretty major life decision here.
You dirty dog.
What?
You finally gonna pop the question?
Why, Joey? Why?
He's
Why
married,
you-
by the way.
I know.
I
now
am.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
funny. He's married now.
This episode definitely put the pressure on, thank you. But yes,
Am I right?
last November. All right.
Seriously, I gotta get that from you too?
I'm just asking,
You
it's
and my
been a
mom.
little
God,
while.
no,
It's
listen.
about time.
I have decided to look into buying the famous Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas.
Is that the house that's been all over social media?
That's the one, yeah.
That place looks so scary. Russell, I would not visit you there.
Here's the thing, man. I'm just buying in for aesthetics. Like, it just looks cool. There's nothing in there.
You sure?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
It's totally haunted, isn't
So
it?
haunted.
Rude.
It's nothing.
They don't even worry about it.
Angela said, legit question, were you really thinking of purchasing that property? Hey, I will tell you that we moved a year after this investigation. If that tells you anything, I did buy another house, so I was in the market.
Could have been our headquarters.
Right?
Mineral Wells is situated in north central Texas, about an hour west of Fort Worth. They've always had the reputation as being a weird little town. I mean, their motto is, the town crazy built. Yeah, we should fit right in. There's something to be said for the city whose welcome sign sits directly above a giant graveyard.
Yeah.
There it is, the famous Baker Hotel. Holy cow. I don't know exactly where we're going, but it's supposed to be right next to that. Man, I've heard stories about the Baker for years. I mean, this place is legendary. This was the first skyscraper to be built outside of a big city. And even though it's been abandoned since 1972, no one can bear to tear it down. And my future home, hopefully, is right next door.
So, and I got to tell you, somebody was asking about the Baker. Would we go back in there, or would we go in there? We tried to go in there. Oh, I would have gone in there back then. We tried to. There was one group that they let in. They were like, "Nah, this is it. Like we're done after this." But they finally are remodeling the place. But can I just tell you that when you drive into this little town and then you see this, and I don't know how many stories it is, but it's at least 10 stories, right? It is the tallest. It looks like somebody like picked up a block of Legos and moved it in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll go with that.
But they are remodeling it, and yeah, I don't know if they'll let us do investigations after this, but we'll see.
Well, hey, do you remember? Do you remember I hung from the outside? You know, I put down a video recorder. I mean, an audio recorder down. I don't know if y'all remember that, but we were walking around. You remember that I hung?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to see. Well, we can't get in, but hey, it's open there. Hey, do it.
Did we get anything on that?
No, we didn't. But I mean, it was still interesting. You know?
Now, technically, I'm going to tell you something. Vanessa and I are the only ones on here that have ever actually trespassed to get into a ghost hunting location.
Yes.
Every place that we've gone to, we've been invited. We've got releases and just paperwork, insurance, whatever. But Vanessa and I have been to one place where we snuck in. We all could have snuck into the Baker. I mean,
oh yeah.
Just
Weren't they giving tours?
Yes, they were giving walking tours as
Yeah, I
we were
remember seeing that.
doing our photos.
That's
right.
It's funny because they were doing a ghost tour in front of the Bonham as we were setting up too. Like,
oh yeah.
Is that what was going on there?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, this thing looks like every house in every scary movie I've ever seen.
Does Michael
I
Myers
can't
live
believe
there?
this. Who wouldn't want to buy this? I mean, it looks like the Boo Radley house. You know, that house in every town that every kid is terrified of and they don't know why? Just take my money now.
Hey, are you Russ?
Yeah. Are you Phil?
I'm Phil. How you doing?
Hey, good to meet you, man.
Good to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
having us out
Phil.
today.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it?
This is awesome.
Hey, listen,
man.
I got an errand I got to run. Come on.
What do you mean?
I got an errand. Come on, we got to go.
But I haven't even.
I know, but we got an errand. Come on, let's go.
Where the hell is this guy taking me? Where are we going? My mom would not be impressed that I got
Hey
in the car
kid,
with
here's some
stranger danger.
candy.
I will tell you, at the moment, I was kind of terrified. Now, knowing Phil, love the guy. He was quite eccentric in the beginning to meet. I was like, what is happening? Do you remember he wasn't sure about letting us in?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I think he's happy now. Well, he doesn't even own the place anymore, but...
Phil, what the hell are we doing here?
Well, Russell, what do you know about mineral wells?
Apparently very little, because I have no idea where we are right now.
Mineral Wells is a quaint little town that developed around the 1870s, all around the water. Judge Lynch came into town and his family drilled some wells for water. And the water was stinky and it was hot, didn't taste good at all. They didn't know what to do. But a lady that lived in the area that was reported to be crazy drank the water for a couple of days and it cured her insanity. Hence, crazy water was formed and the name Crazy Water.
They literally call it crazy water?
From that day point, they've called it Crazy Water. Judge Lynch and his friend started a bottling company and started selling the Crazy Water and did pretty good at it. The town of Mineral Wells was formed. One of the things that happened also is several insane asylums opened up in town and they started giving this water to the people. Now, it has curative powers, but it also has a strong calming effect on everybody. Later on, they've done tests on it and it has trace amounts of lithium in it.
The water has lithium.
The water has lithium in it.
Which lithium is still used as a medication today. That is crazy.
People are here buying it every day. That's what we're here for, is to buy some Crazy Water.
What's on your shirt, Russell?
What's that?
What's on your shirt?
I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't really happy. You ever look at yourself on the show and you're like, what am I wearing?
Yeah, I do.
Jill, that never happens to you. You're always dressed. You always have a plan for what you're wearing.
No.
I got to tell you a funny story, though, about Monday night. So there's a story about a man from God knows when, the pioneer days or whatever, right? Early 1900s. Jell was wearing overalls, and we're, like, setting up the cameras, and Daryl and I are getting the shots with Jack, and all of a sudden... this man-like being in overalls walks on camera, and I'm like, "Oh my god! Oh, it's Jell."
I was called a man so many times that night. It was
Guilty. She had her mask on her chin, and I was like, "There's a man with a beard." Oh, it's
not to
Jell.
mention the fact that I scared the crap out of myself a few times just by seeing my own shadow. I just sent you a picture on our team wall. Go check it out.
By the way, Vanessa, you have some fans over here with the Crazy Water. Would you like to show us what you're rocking over there?
I'm not as bold as you. I did number 2.
Well, number 4 will make you do number 2, but you know. That's one thing I'll say. HEB carries the Crazy Water, and I'll never forget.
That's where I was.
Kendra was so excited about the Crazy Water. She really drank a lot of it.
Yep.
And I wish she was here because Kendra spent the majority of the night in and out of that bathroom. Not the one that was walled over, but yeah.
She asked me, "You want some?" I go, "Oh hell no!" I ain't gonna get that.
Number 4.
I was trying not to drink it.
Only 0.05 lithium in here.
I'm blown away at the number of people that are stopping by. I mean, people are coming from all over to buy this Crazy Water by the truckload. It's also pretty mind-blowing that people have been buying water out of this well from this storefront since 1914.
Yes.
That's
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Nelly, you can get it at
As Phil
HEB.
gets his fill of
This is not
Crazy
that
Water
old.
number 4, the variety with the highest lithium content, we can finally get on our way.
Hey, so Phil, these resorts like the Baker and that, can
Yeah.
you still get up close and take a look at them? Or?
Oh, absolutely. We can go right now. It's
Oh, man,
crazy
I'd
up
love
there.
that. Yeah.
Man, it's really hot. Want some water?
No, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, pretty sure I'm crazy enough just for being here, so no Crazy Water for me this trip.
Keeping
What's
his
up, Chris?
promise, Phil takes me over to see the iconic Baker Hotel. Well, at least what's left of it.
Well, Russell, there she is in all her
It
glory.
tastes chalky. I'll just say that. The Crazy
Phil,
Water.
when was this built?
It was built in 1932. The day the stock market crashed was the day it opened. As you can see, it's fallen into disrepair.
All right, I got to ask everybody a question on here. So you heard the statement, the day it opened, the stock market crashed, right?
Right.
I feel like every place we've been to, they were like, oh man, they were going to build on over here. They just bought this. They were going to, and then the stock market crashed.
Yeah, that is common for us, isn't it?
Right? Somebody's lying. And I don't know who. Somebody asked a question a minute ago about. Let me see if I can bring it back up here. But somebody else describe it. Michael said, "Does the crazy water taste like normal water?" To me, it tastes like, because there's a lot of minerals in there. It tastes kind of chalky. It's a thick water.
It's slightly chalkier and metallic. I mean, slightly. It's not overwhelming. So I mean, you can still drink it.
Yeah, I mean, it's drinkable, but it wasn't like, as we were going through the night, normally we're just like putting down water left and right, and it was like, that's not the water you chug, as Kendra found out the hard way. Anyway, here we go.
Well, Russell, there she is in all her glory.
Wow. Phil, when was this built?
It was built in 1932. The day the stock market crashed was the day it opened. As you can see, it's fallen into disarray. After
What's up to everybody in the UK?
Medicine, people didn't need the baths and the crazy water and the mineral water anymore.
University of Kentucky.
It just kind of has fallen into disarray, and here it is. It used to be a place of grandeur, though.
Yeah.
Everybody came here. Movie stars, vice presidents. Curly of the Three Stooges used to come here all the time, I understand.
Curly.
I can just imagine like just pulling up here in the 1930s to this.
Is it
and
sad?
what
That's what
looked like
impressed
back
me
then.
most.
Just unbelievable.
Just
all the facts,
standing
that's
here,
what I'm going to
you
remember.
can almost feel the energy of this grand old hotel move through you.
We were just
See, it
peeking
could've
through all
stuck
the
in there.
holes we could
This
find.
truly
Yeah.
was the center of the community. And now, crumbling and broken down,
I almost said, if there's a hole, I'll look in it, but I'm not going to say that, even though I just did. All right.
a strange metaphor for the town itself.
You know, Haunted Hill House used to provide the entertainment for the baker.
Really?
Yes.
Like music or what?
Prostitutes.
Ah, yes. Entertainment. Oh. And we're just a stone's throw away, aren't we?
Right there.
There's so much history and mystery tied to the Baker Hotel. If the Haunted Hill
That's a
House
good point,
has
Andrew.
half this history, we're in for one hell of a night.
Back at the house, anticipation is building as I get ready to walk through the front door for the very first time.
So Phil, I got a
Yeah.
crazy question.
Okay.
Why do you call it the Haunted Hill House?
Well, Russell, with all the paranormal activity that goes on in this house, the shadows that we see, the scratchings, the touchings, the voices, that sort of thing that goes on, I want you to spend the night here and see if you can come up with a better name.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. By the way,
How many times have we
y'all
said
notice
crazy
they
in this
slightly
episode?
overuse the word crazy in this town?
Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's crazy, Russell. This house was built basically in 1892.
Why do we
Mike is
take
a
shots
genius.
For every time.
We should have.
Fanny Yeager lived here with her sister, Susan Renfro. They were widows. Fanny Yeager
Yes, we
died in
should, Angela.
1924 here in the house. Susan Renfro died in 1928 here in the house.
Both in the house.
Yeah, in the house.
Now, were they part of the brothel or?
No, they were very prominent people. The Yeagers are still very prominent people in this town.
Okay, so how would that work out?
This was one of those investigations, by the way, that we had to really tread lightly. There were things that we couldn't, and I don't even know still can, talk about. But there was so much more to this story.
I think the current owners talk about it. I've seen
Really?
some of their lives on the
About the
anniversary
other-
of certain events. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, let me just say that. I mean, normally, like, you know, we respect these locations, right? Because a lot of the times when there's family that's still around, you know, you really got to be careful with those things. We really only ran into, I would say, probably 2 situations where we weren't prepared for that. And one was in Yoakum, when they literally didn't want us in the town. Do you remember that? They would drive by and they were yelling things at us as we were like loading in and out, and nobody would rent us a room.
Yeah.
We had to stay in Shiner. The other one was Helena, and I'm gonna claim innocence on this one because apparently we weren't supposed to refer to something as we did, and anyway, but we were never told any differently. But anyway, I just wanted to share that on this one, there was so much more here, but there are people still connected to the story that are there, and very powerful, prominent people who did not want any of that out there. So.
When it was a brothel, like, would the guys from the hotel come here? Would the girls go there? Or
So you want to know how a brothel works?
no, I feel I know how a brothel. Anyway.
Okay.
So you're asking all
we
these
know that
questions,
both
Russell.
happen because There was a guy that worked there that would come get the girls and take them to the, to the more private clients that would pay a little bit more. And the ones that didn't, they could come in here and they'd go upstairs. Actually, we hear a woman and man arguing at the top of the stairs. And some people even reported to hear a shotgun blast. The men that came here were very possessive of these women. One of the ladies.
So we learned something really, really crazy. We got a message, a couple of weeks ago? And the woman who played the reenactment in this episode, and Jell, I don't remember. You were basically our history producer at the time. I don't remember how we found Savannah. Savannah was her name.
I think you found her.
So
you
anyway,
put me in touch with her, and I got her dress size, shoe size, kids' clothes size for the scenes that he did too.
Anyway, Savannah was murdered last year. We didn't know anything about it, and her family reached out just to let us know. But it is absolutely just chilling to see her on screen.
That worked here had a little boy, and his name was Joshua. He was born here. He died when he was about 6. He's one of the main spirits that inhabit this house.
So what happened to him?
We really don't know. This house is a magnet for tragedy. There's so many things that happened here. Like, for example,
finally a boy, right?
Was cleaning the fireplace, and he fell off the roof and broke his neck and died. Madeline, who's another one of the spirits we talked to, she was 9. She got ran over out front. She died on the front door steps. The saddest story is a little 6-year-old boy who accidentally hung himself on his swing set at the side of the house. The spot where he did it is marked with a cross.
So Phil, that's a lot to just happen to people.
There's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on in this house. For example, the artifacts. We found a letterbox that had 6 Mayan heads in it. On the back of it, it said, "Welcome to Mazatlan, 1978.
Freaking door just opened by itself.
We took the artifacts home, and my family started experiencing paranormal activity.
Wait, you removed something from the house?
Yes.
And when you took it home, your family and you, who have never experienced paranormal stuff at your house,
yes,
started having experiences?
Absolutely.
Like what?
Well, my daughter's room upstairs, it came into her room and broke glasses and tore stuff and threw stuff all over her room. My other daughter, it came into the room the next night and held her down and strangled her.
What we've seen in the past, sometimes it's not the places that are haunted. Sometimes the things inside are the problem.
There's the axe handle that we found. We were here cleaning, and the axe handle showed up in the middle of the hallway. We would have seen this, over the 2 or 3 weeks we were cleaning. A year later, we heard a little girl crying up on the hill. We all ran up to the top of the hill, and we actually found the handle to this thing. It's almost as crazy as the walled-up bathroom.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
The walled-up bathroom. We have a bathroom that was completely walled up with a bathtub, an eagle claw bathtub and everything inside of it. You can only see it through a window outside.
Okay, we got to take a look.
Well, come on, let's go look at it.
But I don't
Let's
think that's
go right
necessary
now.
at this house.
The bathroom here was walled up about 25 years ago. And the only way you can get to it is through this window right here.
I still don't
We
get
know
that.
why
Like,
they
why
would you-
the hell?
Yeah, it
they
makes
would do
absolutely
that?
no sense.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I can see the tub.
There's the tub.
And the toilet.
All right, I know it's going to get questions over here. I still have questions. I mean, what are your feelings about, like, why would somebody do that? Like, was that a common practice? Am I missing something here? Why would you wall over and everything was in there? I mean, you look through that window, you can see the toilet and the bathtub. It wasn't like it was just like not done, not safe. It was all in there. You could have knocked that door down and potentially used that.
They're on some like Harry Potter type
Hiding
stuff.
something.
Maybe it was
They're hiding
just out,
something.
it was just out of order, and they were tired of smelling it, so they just walled it up.
Oh, is that true? Is that real?
I don't know. I'd do it. I'm like, I don't need that extra bathroom, and I don't have money to fix it. I'm just gonna put
I don't
it
feel
all
like
there.
cleaning it.
Okay, here's what I've gotten. I just want you all that are watching to know what it's like to work with these people. So far, I got from Joey. It was a Harry Potter thing. Vanessa, what was yours?
That they're hiding something.
They're hiding something. Daryl didn't have an excuse, and Jell said it smelled bad.
It stinks. It
Well, like,
stinks.
ain't
We all
nobody
have
got
different-
time for that. I'm just gonna wall it up.
We all have different vantage points.
I would like to do that with my work most of the days. Actually, we've got an update from Victoria, who's been there after we were there. The bathroom is accessible now.
Yes,
well,
I've seen videos showing.
Really?
It. Yes.
Does it work? Like the plumbing and everything?
Ask Victoria.
Oh, wait, hold on. Victoria's got more. Hang on. This is good.
Told you.
The story now is there was a murder in there. Blood still on the wall.
Hiding something. They thought the detective goes through that house and goes, "Oh, there's just a wall." They're not going to walk around outside.
They didn't want to hear it grow, so they locked him in there.
Wow. I really was going for Harry Potter stuff, honestly, but
it is. It's a cross between both.
That's crazy. I didn't even mean to do that time. Is it creepy in there? The house, yeah. I mean, the house didn't. I'm not going to say it was like the heaviest energy I've ever experienced. But when you're in there all day and you're shooting and you just kind of get this this feeling. I didn't like the upstairs most. I don't know. Where did you guys not feel comfortable in there?
The scratch room.
The front left room. Where he was showing you the axe.
Okay, yeah. No, I didn't like that room
Didn't
at
like
all.
that room.
Daryl, what about you?
Oh, upstairs. I didn't like it upstairs. Weren't we going to put somebody in there? Weren't we talking about, hey, let's get in there and do something in that room, in the bathroom? Because we were looking at that. Weren't we, Russell? Weren't we talking about trying to do that? But we were worried that somebody will fall. And
then we looked at it and we're like, yeah, let's not.
No, I think because to get in like through the wall was not a possibility. So it was like it was squeeze in the window. And you look at these windows, by the way. These are like 1900s windows. It's not like, not that I could squeeze through a window of today, but that one I definitely could not have.
Insurance won't cover this.
Exactly. I knew the policy and I wasn't going to try it.
And a wall. Crazy. The only reason I can think of that somebody would wall over a bathroom is to hide something.
Oh, actually, I win.
bizarre.
See, look at
The
that.
last people that lived here left in the middle of the night
You
because it
forgot.
was so bad. That's when I bought the house, and I got to tell you, it's getting a little crazy for me too.
Why is that?
I got attacked by a shadow man.
I've dealt with these big shadow men before, and it's not fun.
Enters Joey.
Enter Joey.
About 3:30 in the morning, there was a group that was leaving, and I've never spent the night here by myself because of the paranormal activity that goes on,
Yeah.
So I decided I was maybe going to try to do it. And the group was leaving, and they were pulling down the driveway, and I was looking at my trailer standing here.
I will
and I
not.
looked over and saw a man standing
I don't
over
think
there
he
in the
did it
field.
in
And
this
I
one,
said,
did he?
Okay.
I don't think so.
What's he doing
Every
over there?
episode.
What's the guy doing over there at 3:30 in the
Not
morning in
this
my
one.
field? And I noticed he was moving real jerkily, real oddly.
But fast?
By the way, if we reboot Joey, you will do it every episode. We'll just find a way to include that in there.
We'll put
There's
on
no
hats
Shadow
and-
Man, but here's our Shadow Man.
Perfect. So one of the questions was like how creepy it was, right? Or what was the most creepiest part? I have an answer for that. The entire town. Like as soon as I drove in, I was like, "Ooh, what was that?" And it was just a feeling that took over you. Like I don't know, the whole entire town was weird.
I think we thought we were going to get shot when we were at that hotel. Remember the people that drove by?
At the Holiday Inn Express?
I remember that.
Yes, there's no, not the Baker Hotel.
I remember
We
that.
were out
Oh, God,
by the
yes,
street,
I
and there
You're
was
right.
building. We thought that someone was going to pull out a gun or something.
Well, look, if on San Antonio's, the north side is considered the bougie side of town, right? And man, we would go into these places and we'd go there and I'm looking around like, I thought that at Magnolia Hotel, we were going to get shanked. All right. I mean,
I didn't
these,
feel it there.
these places that we go to are not in the nice neighborhoods.
Well, except for that one time when you invited that ex-con into the jail to
Okay,
show us
all
his
right.
cell.
We don't need to rehash that one. Okay, that was in the name of research, Jell. Thank you.
That should have
Watch
been
the
a blooper.
Lockhart episode if it's in there somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, no, this we later heard some things in the town. But I'll tell you one of the things about mineral wells. So when they opened up all of these insane, you heard him say they built and opened up all these insane asylums, right? So what happened after modern medicine took over and the fact that they were like, oh yeah, the mineral water is like it's kind of a placebo. It may have worked for some, but it's really not medically accurate. The insane asylums closed and they just were like, go found the town, everyone. And that's why they call it the town that Crazy built.
Yeah, it didn't help that on the way into town, we stopped at a gas station and there was like a couple that was homeless living in the parking lot, having like a knockdown drag out fight. And like, we were like, should we not get out? Maybe we shouldn't get out. And then as we left and pulled into town, we saw them walking down the road, like dragging a sleeping bag or something. We're like, okay, this is sketchy as hell.
Yeah. Sometimes there are things that lead up to the investigation that we're like, what? Hey, Luke's got a question here, and Jell, this is going to get to something that's later in the episode, but he asked about a picture of a spirit named, not a spirit, a demon named Toby in the Hill House. The owner was very adamant that the photo wasn't messed with. And it's he says it's one of the scariest pics he's seen. You know, did you feel that there was something more than just a normal spirit in there?
I don't know what it was, but it hurt me, and after what it did the first time, I don't know when you want me to get into that. Later on the investigation, I could feel the pressure building, and like I knew something was going to happen, and I was like, "Screw this, I'm out." After what it did earlier, I didn't want it to get worse. So I don't want to go back there particularly. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good.
Okay, hang on. Our buddy David, who actually helped us with some of the casting and everything, he said that was the mayor. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Was it the mayor? The mayor was from the insane asylum, or the mayor was the demon? I don't know which. Let's go with both stories and see which one turns out to be true.
No,
right?
the homeless guy fighting in the parking lot.
It's one of those three, and I love them all. All right, here we go.
Yeah, almost like a vampire on TV or something, the jerky movie. And he started coming right at me, coming straight at me, and as he circled around behind me, and I was just
homeless man for the
overwhelmed
win.
with this
Told you.
evil feeling. It was nothing I've ever felt before. And he stood right beside me, maybe 4 feet on that side of me, looking down beside my trailer.
As much as I want to see something tonight, this is not what I was hoping for.
He never looked me in the eye, or I don't know if I'd even be here right now. That's one of the reasons I put the house up for sale. It's too creepy. It's crazy.
Who knows, Phil? Let's see how it goes, but maybe after tonight I'll buy it.
I'll sell it cheap.
As I begin to process
wasn't
the
that cheap,
stories
by the
of
way.
what's going on here, the team arrives to find out exactly what this night holds in store for them.
All right, guys, we're kind of on a selfish, personal mission here tonight to see if this house is as active as they say it is. If it is, I may actually buy it. So now Phil, the owner, claims that it's very active. Hearing voices, footsteps, people have been scratched inside. Also a lot of shadows, even the big shadow men, like the type that we've encountered before. So there's a lot going on here. We're gonna see what happens. Now, this is one of the first houses to ever be built in mineral wells. But Kendra, do we know anything more about the land?
It was built in the 1890s, but nothing before that we know of.
Do we know what triggered the activity?
Well, there's been numerous deaths on the property, including children. A lot of tragedy here. Be careful tonight. Let's get set unless there's any other questions. Joey?
Is that a funeral home directly across the street from the house?
It is.
Bro, I know you want to see something, but who the hell buys a house next door to a funeral home?
What? At least it'll be a quiet neighborhood.
You try to hide that from us.
Well, I guess if something goes horribly wrong tonight, we're covered.
Day is quickly turning to night over this quirky little town.
Quirky.
Daryl begins to connect the more than 8 cameras, motion sensors, detectors, and other miscellaneous equipment that will help keep a watchful
Classic
eye
Joey.
over every square inch of this house.
We've definitely covered larger areas.
But with so much going on in this house and all the little nooks and crannies where something could hide, if something does come out, we will get it.
The team gathers in the kitchen to get mentally prepared for investigation with a strict warning from Kendra.
Hey guys, it's really hot in here tonight, so it's really important that we drink some water. Stay hydrated.
It's 1,000,000 degrees in here. Plus, there's no AC.
Number
and
4.
There's this thick energy.
Number 2.
I'm just really worried somebody's going to get dehydrated tonight.
I didn't drink it, guys. I faked it.
What?
Yeah,
Crazy Water's
confession.
some good
I faked
stuff.
it. I didn't drink it.
You serious?
Has trace amounts of lithium in it.
So I just drank the crazy water. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling kind of good.
You didn't drink the water, Joey.
Hell
okay.
no. I was not
didn't
drinking
go.
that water.
But
Go
it's
back. If you look
crazy
at me-
water.
Okay. I put it up to my lips. Go back and look. I didn't drink it.
Everybody watch Joey carefully on this one. I'm
With so much
learning this
going
right
on
now.
in this house and all the little nooks and crannies where something could hide, if something does come out, we will get it.
The team gathers in the kitchen to get mentally prepared for investigation with a strict warning from Kendra.
Hey guys, it's really hot in here tonight, so it's really important that we drink some water. Stay hydrated.
It's 1,000,000 degrees in here.
I grabbed the cup.
Plus, there's no AC, and there's this thick energy. I'm just really worried somebody's going to get dehydrated tonight.
All right, watch carefully here.
Put it up to my
You didn't even tip the cup, man. This is Joey drink. If Joey drinks like this, that's how he did. You didn't even like.
I didn't do it. Didn't do it.
This is how you know this show is reality, because that was the worst acting I've ever seen, Joey. That was terrible.
Well, the camera wasn't focused on me, so I knew I was okay.
Wow. One more time, see if we can catch it here.
1,000,000 degrees in here. Plus, there's no AC, and there's this thick energy. I'm just really worried somebody's going to get dehydrated tonight.
Put it up. Your mouth didn't move or anything. I didn't touch it.
Did you smell it? Did you at least smell it, Joey?
I don't remember.
And you looked at it, Joey. You put it up to your mouth and you put it down. You looked at it.
Crazy water.
Wow. I knew I wasn't going to drink it. As soon as we walked in, we started talking about it. I was like, I'm not doing that.
The nurse poisoned us with number 4.
It was like a wine. He was smelling it, but seeing if it had bouquet.
It was very oaky.
I'm sad. I'm sad that Kendra's not here to defend herself. But shortly after that, we didn't see her for a while. So. Oh man.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling kind of good.
With everyone hydrated and feeling good, the house goes dark and the team gets in place, while newcomer Jack settles in at command.
All right, guys, y'all ready to go?
We're all set, man. We're all together. Let's do it.
Cell phones off, lights out. Ladies and gentlemen of the Haunted Hill House, let's rock and roll.
It was.
The team begins the investigation huddled together in the living room.
Normally we wouldn't start with a group session, but because there's so much reported activity here, we thought it might help if we had Phil introduce us.
The Andres box is a brand new specially built ITC device that will allow spirits to communicate in their own voices.
Phil, you want to go start us off? Go for it.
All right, is anybody in here in the room with us? Any of the spirits of the house here? We're all here just to communicate with you, and these people all here are our friends.
You know, maybe we should start by introducing ourselves.
Absolutely.
My name is Russell.
I'm Jill. I'm Vanessa.
My name's Daryl.
I'm Kendra.
They really don't need to know my name.
Hey, can you promise to talk with us tonight? What you didn't see is about 5 minutes of awkward silence where we're like,
Joey?
you gonna say your name or no? Okay.
No. They really don't need to know my name.
Hey, can you promise to talk with us tonight? Why? We want to know. Maybe I'll buy the house if we know that you're here and we can come back and talk with you all the time.
You guys say my name a lot. Can you say Phil for them?
The K2 sitting over there on the chair going off. The K2 is an EMF detector, and when it's lighting up, that means a spirit is manipulating it. Are you over there sitting on the chair?
There it goes again.
Hi there.
Joe.
Is that you making those lights go up? Why are you sitting off in the distance? You can come in the middle of the room and talk to us.
Can you light them up all the way again like that? Whoa, did you see
Thank
that?
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Man, that K2 is really moving.
With the spirits so eager to communicate, the team decides to break out another new piece of equipment, the portal.
The portal is an ITC device. It allows spirits to speak through radio frequencies. Basically, it's a phone to the other side.
Hello.
Hi, who's here wanting to talk to us? Bob? Did you say your name was Bob? Did you get hurt here at this house?
I did.
I did.
The
Tell me your name again.
Is that you're actually hearing someone's real voice. Bob, do you know where you are?
Heaven?
He said heaven.
Really?
I got chills on that one.
Bob, did you work at the Baker Hotel?
Daryl. Why did you have to ask that?
I don't know what happened, but that did not sound good.
You know what happened? The portal drank too much of the crazy water number 4.
What happened. I gave it my cup.
That was good. Did you work at the Baker?
It always does it with me. I don't know why.
Look, if we've ever wondered why the Travel Channel never picked us up, they're like, we can't carry a show with fart EVPs.
And toilet jokes and plunger fights. And...
Get ready to fight.
Sean does have a point, though. It did sound healthy, so that's good. Otherworldly flatulence. Yep. Let's back that up here.
No.
Sorry. Daryl, why did you have to ask that?
I don't know what happened, but that did not sound good.
Since you asked about the Baker, it shut down.
So a ghost just killed the portal.
Yeah, somebody's getting billed for that.
You guys are approaching.
Just
Oh my
killed the portal. That's so bad.
In the 30-minute mark.
All right, it's time to split up and see what's really going on around here.
Give the portal some
All right,
space,
we are
you know?
starting round 2. Everybody's breaking up in their individual groups.
The teams get set in their respective spot for the next phase of investigation.
Did you live in this house when it was a brothel? Or was it already like a rental home?
Somehow, Joey and I have drawn the short end of the stick.
Joey and I got put on Shadow Man duty first. Joe, you know the one thing that would keep me from buying this place?
What, everything?
If I saw that big shadow dude, like, I'm out, man. I've already had that encounter, you know?
Yeah, that's a no deal.
Earlier tonight, Phil told us about his brush with a giant shadow person out here in the woods.
He circled around behind me, and I was just overwhelmed with this sense of evil.
I've dealt with these entities before, and they're no joke. I mean, they can overtake you in an instant.
And it's been seen numerous times by various people.
All people like up and down this block. The worst part, Phil's not the only person who's seen it. Multiple people in the neighborhood have reported seeing a shadow person who motions to them like this. Is there anybody out here?
You hear that?
It's a little girl's voice. What would a little girl be doing deep in the woods at this time of night? Or,
Man,
worse
that's
yet,
crazy.
is it something mimicking a little girl's voice?
Whatever it is, I hope it doesn't need any help, because I ain't about that life.
Still not.
I like how we're not going any further than right here.
No, man, like, honestly.
We didn't move, Russell.
Meanwhile, upstairs, Jell is having trouble focusing on investigating after a confrontation she experienced earlier in the day.
I'm thinking that earlier I seem to be kind of attacked in some way, unlike I've ever been attacked before.
Do you guys hear it? It never occurred to me. I mean, I've watched the episode several times, but do you hear Jell's voice? It's completely different.
Yeah, that's officially the investigation where I lost my brave. Like, I'm like, this is no joke. I'm going to be very careful from now on.
It really is. This is kind of the investigation that broke Jell. Before this, it's like she would go. So where is the demon? I'm going there. You guys find your own spot. We're like, what? And now it's a much different Jell. But yeah, I mean, let's back this up. This is not her voice. It almost sounds strained, tired. Like I don't know how to explain
focusing on
it.
investigating after a confrontation she experienced earlier in the day.
I'm thinking that earlier I seem to be kind of attacked in some way, unlike I've ever been attacked before.
Wow.
This afternoon when the production team was filming inside, I was kind of walking around and surveying the area and picking things up, telling the story about the axe, when something just came up on me. It's like something reached inside and grabbed my heart. I've never experienced anything like that before in my life.
My heart was racing. I was telling a story about the axe head in the axe room to Jack, and it just came up on me. I was real glad that he was there, because if I would have, I thought I was going to fall out. Phil said that I probably really made the ghost angry by taking the carousel out. So
oh, that makes sense. He said he hadn't moved in like 5 years. Phil has his old carousel in the front room that one of the spirits is seriously attached to.
We're about.
Somebody asked a question about getting hurt. I don't know how to answer that. I mean, what would you guys say?
That particular instance was the closest I came to dying on an investigation. Like, I was just minding my own business, telling the axe story to Jack, and the cabinet that had the axe in it slowly opened, and I thought, oh, it's just the floor. I stepped on the wrong place and it opened. So I closed it back, continued talking, and all of a sudden it was like my heart was beating out of my chest as if I was a cartoon character. And then I started to see stars, kind of like when you get punched in the face, but everything went black and all I could see was stars, and I almost passed out. I was just trying to walk to some place where I wouldn't fall on the floor, and it passed, but that was kind of like a warning. So later during the investigation, I was really cautious, and when I got into a place that seemed like very thick, like something was ready to happen, I was out. But I've never been physically like punched in the face, but it was like I was punched in the face and my heart was squeezed or something. I'm not quite sure.
There's a lot of comments on our videos or messages or whatever. People are like, why do you guys end things when things are just getting good? Or, why did you run out of that room and not go back? I don't even
want to die.
I don't even want to think about what would have happened if I didn't have a walkie on me at the old Lavaca County Jail. Or was there by myself, right? I mean, yes, we have ended investigations at Wonderland Mall. We ended the investigation, but it's so that we can continue the journey, not, end it there that night. Because, these are real experiences. When I talk to people about what really hits me emotionally about the show ending, it's about these experiences that, I've told my wife about, but she wasn't there, didn't smell the smell, didn't walk on the floor. you know, these people, Jell, Daryl, Kendra, Vanessa, Joey, like they were Bobby, Mike, whoever was there on the team, they experienced that stuff, and their experiences that I can't get out of my head because they were real. And that's why I think if you want to stay in some of these locations, that's your business. But I think it's foolish to leave yourself open to that and place yourself in harm's way.
Is that Richard?
We do that enough, but let's take a couple more questions while we've got it on pause over here. Did anybody have nightmares or trouble sleeping?
I think this is one of those places we all had that crazy hangover.
Except for me.
Joey.
I drink that water.
There's something that we call investigation hangover, and we still all have it tonight from Monday night's investigation. But it's a combination, I think, of staying up until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, on top of being in these places where there's real energy and we're interacting with it.
And to be fair, the investigation hangover gets much worse when we're also shooting there all day with like the reenactments and the actors, and we're there all day before we even start investigating, and then we stay up all night, and with all the activity, it just drains you.
Yeah. For me, the place where sorry, Daryl, I'll get to you in a sec. The place that I remember not being able to sleep or having nightmares from was the Gunter. But they warned me about it. What were you saying, Daryl?
This investigation, and again, y'all know this. We drove in, me, Kendra, and I think Kaylee was part of this. Was part of the filming, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
We drove in that morning, right? And right after the investigation, we drove straight home back to San Antonio.
Yeah, I'll never figure out how Daryl gets to do that.
Daryl is a freaking machine. He will drive 6 hours for the investigation, do the investigation all night, and then drive home.
Oh yeah.
And Kendra's like, I hope we don't die. And I'm like,
That's so funny.
All right, let's see here. If Frankie's got a question over here. Has any of you ever felt like something followed you home? Vanessa, you want to field that one?
Recent answer? Oh,
Vanessa
yeah.
thinks something may have followed her home for Monday night.
Oh, for sure. I think I saw something on the baby monitor, and I'm pretty sure my mom heard my name get said on the baby monitor last night. So it doesn't feel bad. That's the good thing. It doesn't feel like anything manipulative or evil. So I'll take that positive.
You used to have stuff happen all the time, not at this house, right? At the other house?
Yeah, the other house. But then again, I was doing the investigations like every weekend, Friday and Saturday night, and sometimes weeknights. So I had all kinds of stuff waking me up, like standing at the foot of my bed, pulling my covers off. Like it was crazy. Sometimes the whole house would boom as if a jet engine fell on the house, but there was nothing there. The kids would come running down the hall. Mommy, the house boomed again. And I'm like,
Sorry.
I don't know.
Let's see. Do y'all believe it's possible to help any of these spirits find closure or crossover? Is that more of a Hollywood idea?
I don't know about that.
I think it's more.
We'll lead them in the direction, but it's not up to us. Like it's,
Yeah, and I don't even know if that's like what they're after, because I mean, some of the voices that I've heard, I really feel like are family, and I don't want to think about the fact that they were maybe in some sort of purgatory, but I think it's a lot of what we've done in working with some of these families and some of these people. I think it's been, I think back to the ranch. Where these people left their home and they weren't sure what to do and they were terrified to be there. And I think that whole us going there was probably cathartic in a way for them that helped them take back some of their life,
We can kind of chase away negative energy temporarily, but as far as like crossing people to the other side, that's kind of Hollywood to me, at least.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Halfway through our time up here. Whoa.
What was that?
There's a big thump over here. Can you do that again?
Odor step. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What?
I
What'd
saw
you
something standing right here.
Right here?
Yep, and it was short. I just saw someone standing right next to me.
Joshua, is that you? Did Vanessa see you?
Yeah, they must be hearing something upstairs because they've been moving around a lot.
Oh, now we got a motion light? Someone's on the
That's
stairs.
why we didn't get picked up, and that's what cussed.
You cuss too much.
Those footsteps on the stairs are loud.
Who's downstairs?
My
Who's
bad.
on the stairs? Kendra.
But there's no response, and the house is empty.
All right, guys, let's take a break for round 2.
After what happened earlier, I really don't feel comfortable spending long periods of time in the house. It's a really dark, heavy feeling.
So right now we're taking a break. Everybody's coming on out and getting a breather. You're good, bud.
Told you we haven't moved.
That was a gunshot.
Yeah.
That's why.
That was way too close.
Kind of sounded like a shotgun.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's kind of odd.
I ain't about to become one of those ghosts. You better get your real estate guy on the phone right now.
Yeah, hey, Sean.
Guys, bright side, there's a funeral home right across the street.
Bright side.
After a much abbreviated break, we're all of a sudden eager to get back in the house. Joey and I head directly upstairs where there's already been activity.
Hey Jack, I know you got eyes on us, so just keep us safe up here. We've shut ourselves in this room.
There's a flashlight on the floor right there. And all you do is you use your energy and you come over here and you touch that flashlight. It will complete the circuit and you can turn it on and we can ask you yes or no questions.
Oh, there it is.
Questions just like that.
Somebody's played this game before.
Turn it off.
I mean, I didn't move.
Is this Madeline? If it's Madeline, can you turn the flashlight on, please? Joshua, is this you?
Joshua.
Oh, dang.
Joshua, do you know you're dead?
Yep.
Yeah.
Time to ask the big one.
Joshua, do you know the giant shadow man that...
I was afraid of that.
Is the shadow man protecting his house?
Dude, there are footsteps.
We were
hear
screwed,
that?
Joey.
Go downstairs. Is that them downstairs?
No, no.
There's
I was ready to hit
something
somebody with a
right
flashlight.
on the
See how I
other side of
grabbed
this
it?
door.
No, we're not opening the door. I wish I had a gun right about now.
Is there anything...
Outside in the hallway. I'm not seeing anything, and the girls are downstairs.
So it looks like Russell and Joey have a visitor.
While Joey and I continue to investigate the noises upstairs, 1 floor below, Jel and Vanessa are entering the scratch room.
Is it?
What's your name? Vanessa, I don't know if you want to come in here.
Why?
It's very angry and it said, "Get out! Get out! Get out now!"
Jel not only hears the voice in real time, but also picks up this threatening
Now
EVP.
that was good acting right there. Let's do that again. She really went. I mean, you really committed on that one,
A
Joe.
visitor.
I just heard it, so I was imitating it.
While Joey and I continue to investigate the noises upstairs, 1 floor below, Jel and Vanessa are entering the scratch room.
What's creepy is she's
What's your
smiling.
name? Vanessa,
Right?
I don't know if you want to come in here.
Why?
It's very
Watch.
angry and it
There
said,
it-
"Get out! Get out! Get out now!"
Jel not only hears the voice in real time, but also picks up this threatening EVP.
Who
are you and what is your problem?
The spirit responds again with just this.
Typically, if you hear a hiss, it may or may not be human, but you can bet it doesn't want you there.
Okay, I want to get out of here. Like,
Huh?
I just want to get out of here.
You do?
Yeah.
Follow her, Vanessa, go.
So,
That's
okay.
very different for us.
Yeah.
So that means that they are like focused on Gel, because usually I will be the one like, please, let's go. So for Gel to want to get out, like they were attacking her.
No, you could see it on your face. She was all like, I want to get out of here. And you were all, what? It was like a role reversal. You were like, wait, that's my line.
Yeah.
But Jell, like, what made you leave, like, want to leave at that moment?
The EVPs for one, and then secondly, the pressure was building in there. It was just building and building and building, and you could tell it was like a pressure cooker about to explode. And after what I experienced earlier, I was pretty sure that if I stayed in there much longer, I was going to die. So I wanted out.
Was it did you hear the hiss in real time? Do you remember?
I heard a lot of stuff, but it was just, you know how certain places you walk in that it's really thick? It was thick in there, but it was getting thicker and thicker and thicker. And it's just like something was about to happen, and I didn't want it to happen to me again.
Yeah. It was, we were definitely shocked.
Okay, I want to get out of here. Like,
Huh?
I just want to get out of here.
You do?
Yeah.
Why are you picking on Jill?
I've never seen Jill this freaked out. Typically when we're investigating, she hears get out 100 times a night. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
She was like talking
Outside,
to herself.
Jill is
Do you
visibly
remember that?
shaken.
I've been there. And
I
all you
just
can
wanted
do
to go
is sit
home at
with
that
her
point.
while she tries to figure out in her mind what just happened.
I don't. Were any of you all around? I don't remember. Jack was obviously not too far away because command was right near there. But I followed her out. Vanessa, I don't remember where you were or if you came and got me. But I walked up on Jell and she's like talking to herself.
Oh,
and not making any
I
sense.
was just off to the side. I think we're all hanging out outside, like cooling off or whatever.
I don't remember. I just remember being like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I want to go
Yeah.
home now, because whatever it had done to me, it was with the heart and brain, because my heart was pounding so hard. And then at the same time, everything went black and I saw stars. So I don't know if there was trying to give me a stroke or an aneurysm, or I don't know what but I wasn't about to stay in there much longer and find out what it was going to do this time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You got a question? How long do you remember this investigation taking longer to recover from than others?
Yeah, I think that was a long one, but this one on Mondays really got me down bad too.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to witness, y'all. But I mean, seriously, just watch her like from being outside.
Things wrong.
Yeah.
Outside, Jell is visibly shaken.
I've been there. And all you can do is sit with her while she tries to figure out in her mind what just happened.
If it has that much control to be able to do that to somebody.
Jail's in a bad way. People think it's fun and games, but you risk your life every time you walk into one of these places.
It's like it just showed me what it can do earlier today. And then I went in there and it warned me 3 times to get the hell out.
In that room, the scratch room, when I was hearing those voices, it had this feel like a pressure cooker that was fixing to explode. It was like a feeling of impending attack.
You're not the kind of person that just lets it hold something over.
Yeah, well. I'm not about to pick a fight with somebody that's gonna kick my ass either.
That's true.
And with that, Jell's night is over. Back inside the house, the team gathers one last time for answers.
I'm furious something came after one of our own, totally uncalled for. But I also need to determine if this house is too dangerous to go all in on. So Kendra, Joey, and I are headed into the exact spot where Jell was attacked.
Are you still in here? You answered me about the axe earlier.
Whose axe is that? Yeah, I heard that.
Whatever's in here is pissed.
You know what? I'm gonna take the axe.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Meddling.
Can he take that out of the drawer?
I got the axe now.
Hey,
Light
that
just
went
turned
off.
on.
I think we just hit a nerve.
Do you want Russell to put it back in the drawer?
Maybe. You know what? No, I'm gonna take this for a minute. Let go, it said.
Yeah, it did. I heard it.
Why?
Just let it go.
Just let it go? Time to find out what we're dealing with. I got the axe.
I'm holding up like the plate from Ripley's.
I brought the axe with me into the scratch room where Jell ended her night.
I don't feel like I should be in here right now.
It just felt like the room was swallowed up by darkness.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out.
That room. That room.
Fuck that room, exactly.
He's like, I'm gonna put that back.
Yeah, no, it's right here.
Okay, it's back, okay?
Something walked up to me and said, put it back in my ear.
That's it. It's time to call this thing before somebody else gets hurt.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and bring this to a close. And this is a wrap for Haunted Hill House.
The new 96 one now. So the Russell Rush Haunted Tour, we have completed our investigation of the Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells. And has anybody actually talked to Jell since that night?
She is still not willing to talk about it.
That bad, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're still not thinking about buying that house, are you?
The funny thing is, Joey, I actually really like that house a lot. So why? I told Phil though I would let him know what's up tonight. So
no.
What's wrong
we're
with
gonna
you?
call him right now.
Get him on the phone.
Hello.
Hey Phil, it's Russell from the Russell Rush Haunted Tour. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you guys doing? How's it been since the investigation?
Man, I got to tell you, that was a weird, crazy, unbelievable night. But I wanted to ask you the same thing. How's the house been since we left?
House has been absolutely crazy. We had another person got scratched, another person to add to the scratch list.
Well, if you're keeping lists of things, Phil, I hate to tell you this, but you can add somebody else to the list of people who have been attacked in the house.
Really?
Yeah, Angelica was first up in Joshua's room, and something nasty was up there telling her to get out. And then she went into the scratch room, and then it really got bad, and she left and refused to go back in the house.
Wow. It was the next weekend after that we had another gentleman in the scratch room get what we think was probably possessed also. The spirit box told us to get out. He went to get up off the floor, and he couldn't get up. He was stuck to the floor. We had to spray holy water, pray over him, and finally he was able to get up and go outside.
Wow.
Something no bueno in the house.
Yes, I would say so. But I know I told you that I would call you tonight and let you know kind of my decision on the house.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? Y'all going to take it?
Despite everything that's going on, I really love the house. But Phil, I have friends who tell me they'll never come over to see me if I buy the house, so I think I'm going to have to pass.
Well, you're passing on a really good deal.
I know I am, and I may.
It's a crazy deal.
I know. I may live to regret it. But thanks for having us out, man. We really appreciate it.
All right.
Hi, Mama
come back
C.
again.
We will. I don't know if Jill will be in tow. We'll see.
What can I say? Sometimes the ideas that seem so brilliant in the beginning turn out to be horrible in the end. Buying this house for me would have been a huge mistake. A home's supposed to be a setting in which you live out the stories of your life, good and bad. A place to make new memories and forge new beginnings. But sometimes, the memories of the past are so tragic and so strong, they can't be undone. Man, I forgot how intense that one was.
Yeah. Russell, what do you think? I'm thinking maybe whatever was negative that was so bad there is something connected to that axe, because right before what happened to me when I got attacked, I was showing the axe head and talking about it to Jack, and that little door on that cabinet that it was in had swung open. And then when you went into the room afterwards and felt really uneasy also, it was when you had the axe head in your hand.
I definitely think it does, and that also is part of the story that they really asked us not to talk about. Some other things that went on there that were more recent than the 1900s, but I definitely think it does. Like when I took that axe, I start walking around with it. I get into the scratch room, and it was one of those deals where like sometimes the EVP you can hear it, and then when you go back to listen to it, it's not loud enough that anybody else can necessarily hear themselves. And so to showcase that as part of the show, it didn't work because you just couldn't hear it unless you were listening with like earbuds in. But something said put it back, and so there's definitely something there. But Phil made the point too, that he said that they took items out of there that they thought were cool, took them to his house, and his family had paranormal experiences. So I think this was definitely a situation of, we've experienced it both ways, right? Like I think this one had really something to do with the things there, right? And at the ranch, I think Daryl and I came to the conclusion there that it wasn't necessarily the people, or I'm sorry, it wasn't necessarily the things, it was the people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really every situation, I guess, is different. But any last minute questions you guys have, let us know, and we'll ask and we'll answer them over here. We got a question over here. Is this finished? I'm guessing the question is this show finished? Are we done? Well, for tonight, yes, but we're back next Thursday night with another Throwback Redux where we get back into one of our episodes. It's going to be the Aztec Theater here in San Antonio, Texas. And then our final episode tonight, guys, we are 2 weeks away from the final episode. That's terrifying to me because there's not even a script yet. So
at least the evidence is reviewed. We did pretty good.
That's true. Yeah. And by the way, for somebody who's like, "Oh, see, they scripted," no, it's an outline of like how we tell the story and what happened to us that night. So anyway, if you have any questions, though, we would love to answer them. Just go ahead and throw it. Let me see. I'll go back through here. Guys, what are your thoughts after being in there? Joey, I mean, what did you guys? What did you think about the place?
I told you I thought it was weird when we first pulled up in there. The whole town, the whole vibe. But I remember something, Russell, when we were out in the yard. Didn't we get in contact with like an animal or a deer or something,
yes,
like a bobcat or something happened outside?
Yeah.
What was that?
The other thing is, if you listen to that EVP that we played, as we were out there with the little girl's voice, you hear these birds chirping like it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about y'all, but when I go outside late at night, I don't hear birds chirping, and it was just the oddest thing to me. Michael's got a question over here. Do you guys think the house was evil? Daryl, you're the skeptic. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, I read about the place. I've seen video on it, and it was interesting. It was an interesting investigation. I enjoyed it. Nothing really happened to me, like what happened to jail or you, Russell. It was, to me, it was a normal night for me. I didn't experience whatever y'all experienced, but it was interesting.
I think you were thrown off from the farting portal early on in the night.
Yeah. Who says it was a portal? Nah, I'm just playing.
Did you work at the Baker? So Jackie has asked some questions throughout the day, and I apologize, Jackie. I saw your stuff come up, but we weren't at a point of stopping. Let me see if I can go back up. But she said she lives in New Braunfels, but was born in Mineral Wells. So you are from the town that Crazy built. So you yourself might be crazy. We don't know you, but we're just stating facts right now. Just kidding. But she says that she was there and she went back up there. But what happened? You're not buying the house. Yeah, I like my house a lot better, and I'll be honest with you. I made a determination after being there that at my house it's going to be a ghost-free zone. So the Andres box that I have never turned, even just to make sure the batteries work. I have never turned it on in this house, and so I think I kind of realized that I really wanted like a safe zone. I don't know about y'all. Daryl, have you and Kendra ever turned the portal on inside your house?
With the girls here, no. But whenever they're not here and I'm by myself, yeah, I'll turn it on. And I'll listen to it. Yeah, I'm playing with it, learning. I'm still learning it. So I'm just trying to get the adjustments. Nothing is ever, I'll ask the question, who's here? And nothing ever comes up. So
interesting.
What if somebody said you?
Angela said, you mentioned in the past that humor helps you get through the scary parts. Is that why you enjoy having Joey as your partner? Sometimes I think we just play off of each other. Probably the best. And I think what's good is it's really funny when the camera's rolling, and I don't know if you feel like this, guys, but when the camera's rolling, I feel the need to be braver than I would be in real life. And Joey helps reel me in a little bit, which is probably good.
Yeah, because I don't feel like that way at all.
Can't be going into the portal to hell all willy-nilly.
See? Those T-shirts are dropping on the last episode. So
yes.
Oh, is that right? We got a clothing line now.
Yeah.
A lot of people asking about the story that we can't talk about. It's still, until I made an agreement with everybody up there that we wouldn't bring that story up. But apparently, apparently they are talking about it now. Victoria said she's been up there, and this is a place, guys, that if you wanted to go investigate, you can. For a fee, you can go up there and have it for the night. And I don't know that I would recommend that or not. But it's not for the faint of heart.
And they do lives on their Facebook quite often, or at least they were for a while. And it looks like they've really done a good job at redecorating and renovating. It looked fabulous online. And some really interesting stuff happens on their lives. So if you can't get up there, at least check that out.
So I'm going to put this up just so that you guys can keep track of what's coming up. Oops, I got a comment up there. See, now it's all screwed up. I don't know what's happening. There we go. Next Thursday night at 8 o'clock, join us for our Throwback Redux, the Aztec Theater. And on the 28th, the final episode comes out. So please share this video, share the trailer, let everybody know what's going on, because we know that there's people that have busy lives and they may have missed the announcement that the show is ending. And we want to make sure that everybody has that final goodbye. And then, of course, it's going to be a very special and emotional show. We hope that you have a great Halloween. We have a special farewell show planned on November 1st, where we've got some special surprises, and the team is going to really address each other, and we're going to say goodbye to each other and the fans as the Haunted Tour for the last time. So that really does it for tonight, guys. Any thoughts about the Aztec next week?
My dad is in that one.
He is. Did he play Spooks?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was a shadow in that one, wasn't he? See, my dad played a shadow man too, Joey.
Thank you. Tell your dad I said thank you for that.
Yeah, so it's not always you.
I'm not doing it.
Probably Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us here. Happy Halloween. Cannot wait for next Thursday night, and we can't wait for the final episode to drop. And there's more surprises still to come. So we will talk to you next Thursday night.